Hello there and welcome back to my channel. My name is zzionaesthetic and today I wanted to show you guys how I achieved this makeup look right here using only drugstore products. So this is actually the first time in my entire life I have done a full face using only drugstore products. Not even like in my entire life on this channel, like literally in my entire life, I've never done a full face of makeup using only drugstore products. And honestly, I am living for how this came out. Like, look at that glow, look at these eyes, look at these lips, like these cheeks, like the skin. Like, I am honestly blown away by how good everything looks. And like all of the products that I have here today that I used are products that I know are good. I've seen a lot of people rave about them, or I've used them personally myself before, and so I knew that they would look good and that they were all good products, but like, I look poppin'. So if you guys would like to see how to achieve this look right here, it's a very beautiful, sort of neutral, perfect for summer, end of summer, that type of thing. Like, look how good this is for summer going into fall. Those eyes, perfect for summer going into fall. Don't at me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to say before we get started. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys enjoy learning how I got this boppin' look using all drugstore products. Hello there and welcome back to... No wait, I'm supposed to do that at the end once I have all my makeup on already. I'm tired this morning, forgive me. Okay, to start I am going to do my brows because that's what I always do first when I'm doing my makeup. I have two products here that I'm going to use to do my brows. The first one is very new for me. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil, and then in order to set my brows down and get them looking fleeky, I am going to use my Salon Perfect Brow Grooming Pencil, which is a very interesting sort of product. I've had this for a minute. It's kind of just like a wax crayon that you put in your brows and it acts as sort of like a brow gel. I've actually used this one for quite a while, so this one I have more experience with. This one I have only used once. From what I do know so far is that it's really soft and buttery. So that is what it looks like with my brows finished using that Wet n Wild pencil. I'd have to say the butteriness of it is probably more of a con than it is a pro. It's just definitely more of just like drawing on your eyebrows with a crayon type of feeling. But I still got it to kind of work. The front of my brows here is a little bit funky, but not enough that I am super upset. I'm going to now go in with the Salon Perfect Brow Grooming Pencil and make sure all of the hairs are going the right way and that they stay in place. Also, just in case any of you guys are wondering, all the products that I talk about today in this video will be listed down below with links. Next, to finish off the brows, I like to carve them out. This is actually the concealer that I use to carve my brows out every single day, even when I'm not specifically using drugstore products. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I love this concealer. I absolutely swear by it, especially for carving out brows, at least for me, because it's got a very thin sort of consistency, and so it doesn't, you know, dry down too much while you're trying to like, buff it out. You can just kind of like dot it around and then just slowly spread it out. There we go. Now my brows are all carved out. And look how much more of a human I look like already. God, brows are so important. Anyway, next I am going to start working on my eyelids. First, I'm going to use an eyelid primer or an eyeshadow primer. This is the Magic Decrease. Is that it? Eyelid primer. This is the Magic Decrease Eyelid Primer, and it is by L'Oreal Paris. I've only used this a couple times, but I did like it when I used it. Next, I'm actually going to reach into the Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder. This is in the shade 120, Classic Ivory, just to set all of that primer. Eyeshadow was actually the thing that I had the most difficult time with when I was gathering all of my materials for this video. I just apparently do not have really a huge collection of drugstore eyeshadows. I'm actually going to go into the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. I've had this for ages, and I've actually used this before as a crease color. It actually provides a really nice sort of natural looking contour to the eye that I just live for. Okay, next, after I have done my crease a little bit, I'm going to hop into the L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadows. These are fantastic. This one is in the shade number 800 Bottomless Java. Let me take all the little caps out. As you can see, it is this beautiful sort of deep, dark, shimmery brown color. I am going to use that color to darken up my outer corners a little bit. I've got it so far sort of looking like that. It's actually a really pretty combo. I'm glad that turned out as good as I was hoping. Now, if only I could get this side to match. This blended so well into that bronzer, I cannot even tell you guys. For a minute there, when I was first like applying pigment, it wasn't blending out and I was so worried, and then I just took the same brush that I used with the bronzer and just kept going at it, and it really seemed to buff it out pretty well. Now, for the exciting part, I am going in with a Makeup Geek Sparkler. I think that's what these are called, right? No, these are the pigments. And this one is in Sweet Dream. So this is Makeup Geek, which you obviously cannot find at an actual drugstore. But Makeup Geek is very, very, very affordable. I am going to do the rest of my lid with it. Dip into the pigment. Apply. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. Alright, and we are officially glowing. Looking freaking fleeky as heck. The only thing, honestly, that I'm really upset about so far is the front end of my brows. When my hairs are up like this, it looks fine, but when they start to come down, you can really see that, like, brown color. That is the brow pencil that I used, and not super into it, but that's okay. We are going to move on now and hop into a product that I've had forever, but I haven't used in so long. This is the Revlon Color Stay Skinny Liquid Liner. This was the first liner that I had ever bought, and I really loved it. I just eventually upgraded to sort of the felt tip / brush tip liquid liner pens that I like now. Okay, definitely not the best eyeliner I've ever done in the world, but I just wanted to do something a little bit simple, very small, just a little flick, you know. And then I'm going to go in with some mascara. Today I'm going to be using a cult classic. This is the L'Oreal. Wow, I have a lot of L'Oreal stuff, don't I? Apparently I like L'Oreal. Anyway, this is the L'Oreal Waterproof Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. This was everywhere for the longest time. This is still, I know, a lot of people's ride or die mascara, both drugstore and high-end. It's really honestly one of the best mascaras on the market, especially for the price it's at. So if you're interested in a new, really good and affordable mascara, I would definitely check out this one. Today, I'm going to be using a fairly new pair of lashes for me. This is the Ardell Double Up lashes. I know that these are fairly new in general as well. Alright, there's one lash on. As you can see, they're gorgeous. Oh my god, I love these. These are super like cute and flirty, but like still long enough to show that you mean business, you know? We are finally wrapping up on the brows and the eyes. We're going to do a little bit more work on the lower lash line after, but first I need to get something on this face. I'm going to put some foundation on, some concealer on, all that jazz. So I actually primed my skin off camera just because I could not find in my collection any drugstore primers. That is the one thing that I did not have a drugstore option for, so I figured I would just prime real quick off camera and then we can get into the actual drugstore makeup. So today I'm going to be using the Real Techniques sponge. I've actually never, ever in my life used this sponge, but I've heard amazing things about it, and I've heard that it's like very comparable to an actual beauty blender. So I'm going to try using that today to buff in my makeup, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal, another L'Oreal product. This is the True Match Lumi by L'Oreal. I am in the shade W3 Nude Beige. This is also a fairly new product for me. I was thinking about using the L'Oreal, also L'Oreal.
L'Oreal, L'Oreal, L'Oreal.
I was thinking about using the L'Oreal Pro Matte because I do really like this foundation, but I haven't used that one in a long time just because it's a little too matte and full coverage for the type of looks that I like to go for this time of year. So my best friend recommended this one to me. She swears by it. She says it's like her favorite foundation. So I am going to pump a little bit on the back of my hand and start buffing it in. It does look a little dark for me, but I think that is fine. I will just go a little bronzier. And it does seem to buff out pretty nicely. It doesn't like look orange or anything. I am actually really liking this sponge so far. It definitely feels a little bit, what's the word? I guess a little bit more sturdy than a beauty blender. It doesn't have quite as much give to it, and it has a little bit more bounce because of that. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, and it's definitely buffing out the foundation really nicely. I do not have any complaints. Now that we have finished with our base layer of foundation, which honestly I'm pretty psyched about, we are going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I actually have two concealers that I'm going to mix today. First is the Maybelline Fit Me that I showed you guys earlier that I used to carve my brows out. I love this, and then I'm also going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. The Age Rewind is so good. The only reason I'm going to throw a little bit of the Fit Me in is just to lighten up the color. And then I'm going to blend all of this in using my Real Techniques sponge again. Sorry I keep looking down here. This is where my mirror is. Sorry. Forgive me, okay? I'm trying my hardest. I just want to teach you guys how to be beautiful. Get a little bit on my forehead. Down the nose. On the chin. Alrighty. There is my concealer on and buffed out. So now I'm gonna set my face. I have my RCMA No Color Powder, but then I also have that Maybelline Fit Me that I used to set my eyes, and then two L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powders. This one is in Porcelain, and this one is in Nude Beige, which is the same tone as my foundation. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take the Porcelain and set my under eyes and everything like that, and then I'm going to take the Nude Beige and set the rest of my face. So this is the Porcelain that I'm putting underneath my eyes right now. It definitely does have some color to it, and it's definitely darker than the concealer was. Hopefully it's not too dark. Now it's time for bronzing. I am going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light Bronzer. I love this thing. The smell, the scent, has really grown on me. I used to not like the scent at all, and it's kind of still a little weird, but the shade of this is so beautiful, and also the scent doesn't bother me as much as it used to. Okay, so now get these cheeks looking all bronzed up, all ready for the summer days, on a budget. Boom. And then I'm gonna go in with the sister of the Butter Bronzer, the Butter Blush. The shade that I have here is Plum Rose, because I love those slightly purple blushes. This blush is so gorgeous. Oh my god, and it's just blending in with that bronzer so well. So good. Okay, so now what? Highlighter? The most exciting part. Am I forgetting anything? My under eyes. Now we should do my under eyes. Okay. So what am I going to do for my under eyes? I'm definitely going to hop back into the bronzer, the Rimmel one that I used for my crease, and just run it along the lower lash line. Then I'm going to line my waterline using the NYC. Do they still sell NYC? I haven't seen NYC in so long, but this is the NYC eyeliner pencil in the shade Black. Now I can sort of fix my hair a little bit, so you guys don't have to stare at my forehead for this entire video. And then, now I think we are ready for highlight. Today I'm going to be using a highlighter I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, This has been raved about for quite a while. I just got it about a week ago, and I've used it a couple times since I got it, and I really love it as well. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this one is in the shade Precious Petals. So I'm just gonna... Don't worry, I'm gonna build it up. I picked up both of these lipsticks from Milani. One of them is matte, number 61 Matte Naked, and the other one is more of a satin finish, number 43 Pretty Natural. Honestly, with the blush, I'm totally gonna do Matte Naked because I think that that will look so gorgeous. I'm also going to take a little bit more of the Wet n Wild highlighter and just dust it onto the lower lip. Give it a little bit more shine so it's a little bit less matte, but it still has the matte pigment. Now we are done absolutely with the whole look. This is what it looks like. We'll do a little posy montage that I can put in slow-mo and maybe insert into the video, even though I never actually end up inserting them into the video. That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my drugstore makeup tutorial / get ready with me. I honestly loved it because a lot of these are products that I've only tried once or twice, and I really wanted to like try again and see how they really worked and how I really liked them. And honestly, today was a very successful day. All of these products here worked really well. Other than that, please show me love any way you'd like to. You can subscribe, you can like. Also, I will link all of my other social media accounts down in the description below. I use all of them very regularly. Come join me over there. We can have some good conversations or break bread. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to catch you on the next video. Bye!